Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the channel. I'm Argentleo, and today we play Fortnite Chapter 6, Season 4. And we are in for a live chat and game session. So I'm just going to do a few tests and then we can start playing. Alright guys, let's test the text to speech, make sure that that is working properly. Please say hi, like, subscribe. So guys, I'm just testing the text to speech right now. And okay, to do that, actually, no, it's actually fine there. Okay, let's hear what it sounds like on the channel. Okay, looks like we got to do a few adjustments. That's fine. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's try again. So guys, we're just testing the text to speech before we start. And I did pick up an error. That's fine. We'll sort it out in a minute. Okay, let's test it.
Hash Shorts with Argentleo. Said please say hi, like and subscribe.
See what it sounds like on the channel.
Hash Shorts with Argentleo. Said please say hi, like and subscribe.
See what it sounds like on the channel. Okay, cool guys, so that is working. Let's get into our game. So guys, if you do have like buffering on your side, then just reduce your resolution. I'm actually going to put that up. Mm. Because so we are live, and yeah, this is about the only way to fix it. I'm going to pin that up.
Hash shorts with Argentleo. Said if you buffer, please reduce resolution.
And yeah, right, we can get started. So we'll do a quick a syncing session, and then we'll play for about an hour or two. So guys, I am basically streaming on YouTube in vertical and in horizontal format, and I'm also streaming on Twitch and Kick. And we don't have gaming sound, but fine. We'll see what's going on there. Okay, there we go. That was weird. But okay, whatever, it's working, so we won't mess around. It's working. Okay, and the stream is smooth, so alright. Let's just do a quick syncing session. Basically what a syncing session is, it's just like to get to sync your timing with your building and stuff. It's good to do. I couldn't do it before, like earlier, and the reason is that I wasn't able to get into creative. Like I stopped playing for a little bit, and I basically was kind of like out of touch in actually locating creative, and well, I found it. Now I can do a thinking session, which is actually really good because it just like reinforces exactly where the buttons are in your brains before you get started, and also just the muscle memory. Did. Okay. As you can see, I really need my syncing session before I get started. Guys, we are live, so if you say hi, I will respond. And it's nice to meet new people every so often. Please, take the gold one. Oh dear. Okay, gold one actually is nice because we don't need to. Now we roll. Looks like okay. When I fell to my doom, I spilled all my goodies over there. Okay. So the reason is why that actually happened is because I've got underneath buttons on my controller that I try to use sometimes, and I'll show you what it does. So this is like my normal like move and edit. So what happens is when I press my edit button, I am playing on controller, then I don't always get a smooth transition to the next button that I use to edit. And in game, that like really causes a huge problem. It's actually good to use different buttons. That is why if you're able to learn to play with quick weapon, then it's good. But you only have access to the first two weapons like immediately. And then after that, you gotta use like an extra button to get the third weapons. But because you're using different buttons and your controller doesn't have to like think, basically it's much quicker. And trust me, like a second difference in a game like Fortnite is a lot of time. So because the buttons don't get confused, I don't have to figure out what you want to do next, because it's only bound to that specific function. It's much smoother. So depending on your timing, you could get the same effect in a mode like this. Using Boulder Pro or something like that on controller. But how you achieve that will be entirely up to you. It's not going to be mechanical. That's why lots of people move to keyboard and they say it's a lot quicker. But you got to get your second timing right with the first bold place that you place, because there is a delay. Otherwise, whenever you build like a floor and you switch, you've got a risk of falling through the floor. So that is actually why it's there. And trust me, if you like high on a ledge, you don't want to be falling through your build. You see a lot of people misfiring because of the way they transition from build to weapon, and that's because the timing is out. And well, this is basically how you improve on your timing. Don't know whether it's ever possible to get it perfect without actually changing the button configuration so that whatever you want to achieve basically doesn't have any other function tied to it. Yeah, that's a bit difficult. I actually wouldn't mind a pedal for edit and jump. But yeah, if I can get into practicing with the underneath button, but sometimes I get confused, like there it is, I'm pressing it, but it's actually the other button. So if I can sync properly with it, then like this is the effect that I can get using the underneath button. And that's because it's underneath the controller, but there is a delay in me pressing it, and that is why you don't feel the delay, because I'm moving directly into the movement and it's a lot smoother. But there is a delay, but you don't see that delay. And you see there, it fell. The character fell. But when I use the underneath button, a little bit, so I made an error there. We're really not used to pressing it, but there we go. No, it just went through the bulb. But there's also another way of doing it, like you press triangle, like, because that's what I used to always do. You press like triangle and you get to triangle and edit together to get to the weapon. It works. I don't know. That's generally what I do. I press both buttons. Most of the time I get the weapon. But it all depends on reaction time, and in most cases people play Fortnite like a lot. So in lots of cases your players that have reached like the last remaining players in the game usually have got fast reaction time, so you don't get away with it. You get punished for like not pulling out the weapon in time or stuff like that. So yeah, maybe I'll get better. I'll let you guys know, but I do get wins. Yeah, it's an odd trade-off. We'll actually see what that actually does in the future. Oh, I saw what the error was regarding the text-to-speech. Make sure that it's still working.
Shorts with Argentleo. Said please say hi, like and subscribe.
Make sure that it's still working.
Shorts with Argentleo. Said please say hi, like and subscribe.
Okay, cool. So it is working. So I had another window open because I was opening it earlier. But what I do is I separate the browsers. So I'd open a separate browser for my view, for my monitor, and a separate browser for my text-to-speech. That way OBS doesn't get confused. And it can be because it's a 4-core system. Maybe when I upgrade to the 8-core system, it'll be different. We'll see. Probably, definitely. And the cool thing is, if you don't have a splitter on your system, then the sound is actually immediate. Because I used to actually have laggy sound before, and it was because I was using a splitter. And the reason why I was using a splitter was to actually prolong the life of the screen card, so that I wouldn't be pushing and pulling out cords all the time. But you gotta. So one day when it busts, I will need a new one. When I come to it, I guess. But working this way, like with everything, you know, smooth, everything connected, is much better. You guys, like I was saying, we are live, so do say hi. Let me know who you are. And how you enjoy Fortnite. Okay, I'm not being challenged for the area, so I'm going to land here so we can start having all those items drop. Grab the ammo. Case. So guys, I do play on high ping, so I'm going to go with the... Okay, there isn't any artist. Machine guns are... pretty odd. Do this. Okay, so we've got our transport item early. Use it. I think we should roll with the fish for now. We can eat. Whoa. Plays around. How much fish can we actually? Excuse me. Really leaning towards taking that gun. I think we might still find a player here.
Lauren Woolridge said hello, how are you doing today?
Hey Gabe, I'm doing well thanks, how are you? I did a stream on Kick and I did a stream on Twitch yesterday. But I also cleaned the yard. So I didn't actually get a chance to stream on YouTube and on YouTube basically. Do you watch Kick or and Twitch? As long as I aim right, I
Lauren
survive.
Woolridge. Said nice, can't complain. Lauren Woolridge. Said nah.
So you only watch on YouTube? I've gone for that.
Lauren Woolridge. Said yeah.
Well, like for live streaming, Twitch is actually more stable, less buffering. Annoying though, because you can't actually adjust your resolution on Twitch. But streaming on there is much more stable. The worm is much more maneuverable, so it's wasting my time. Oh, bro built a mansion. Oh, that one's behind me now. Okay, let's see what's this happening here.
Lauren Woolridge. Said do you like watching YouTube?
Yeah, I basically watch a lot of YouTube and Netflix. But the streaming is different.
Lauren Woolridge. Said what do you like to watch on YouTube?
Well, this morning I was looking at cupcake recipes. Man, RAM is so slow. So I was looking at sponge cake cupcake recipes this morning. Like, you know, the mug cakes. So whatever I want to, maybe whatever like happening news related, see what people are talking about on the news. I suppose those news chat groups are kind of like really popular these days. So those are nice to watch. But I'll just see like what's going on. I won't watch it for long, maybe like a minute or two. I suppose the ads are still really irritating.
Lauren Woolridge said the news in the USA is crazy.
Yeah,
Lauren Woolridge said, and not in a good way.
Yeah, you can't really believe like what's going on anymore, especially like news has become like clickbaity. You know, everybody wants the worst take on a story, and the worst take that there is, then the more views you get. I mean, look at like the war with Russia and Ukraine. The way the reporters seem to want to make the situation worse. The questions they were asking like didn't make sense. And yeah, I suppose that's wow. You know, I was hoping I got an AR or something so I could actually shoot at that guy. That's the world we're living in. A sick environment we are in. I was also like watching, like, you know, this Roblox thing. And then I was watching Asmon Gold commenting on someone's video. And the first video that I watched where he commented on this person, I'm not going to mention any names, but it seemed as if this guy genuinely was interested in like these cases of predatory behavior among streamers and stuff. And then the next video he was like going on about how people get more views than him and you know, this chat botting and stuff. And then it just seemed like extremely desperate and like, you know, searching for a problem.
Lauren Woolridge said the Schlepp situation.
Yeah. No. Not mentioning any names, but it could fall in that category. Yes, maybe. So yeah. I suppose everybody wants clicks, but yeah, that's a terrible way. So I think the most honest thing that you can do today is basically live stream or have a live chat show, because then everybody's got a chance to, you know, give their opinion. And if you're talking rubbish, then they will just tell you, you know what, you're talking rubbish. And if you can't defend, or you want to shut those people up, then eventually your credibility is just gonna go, you know, to the crap pile. And then you basically expose yourself for your true intention. It's very disgusting. But that's what media has become. And I suppose if a person doesn't have like any other experience, like if you didn't work with the public, so you're just streaming, you know, you never...
Lauren Woolridge said I had nothing against Roblox until they got into that situation.
Yeah, but are they really? Because if you think about it, all platforms have got that issue. You know, Fortnite also. I mean, like I made an error last week where I was innocently testing my my stream, right? And what I did was I put my stream on unlisted. So what unlisted is unlisted allows you to actually give people the link and they will be able to watch the video, but it's not advertised. So I was actually playing copyrighted stuff because I was watching a movie and I was using my exercise bicycle at the same time, and I was stress testing my system to like get the best possible frame rates and stuff. So I'm a gaming channel. There's no way that I was going to make a movie live, you know, but it's against policy. And I was basically just thinking like, all right, I'm stress testing the system. I'm not going to make this video live. This is the best way that I can get an authentic idea of what to experience when I am live, you know. I got into huge trouble for that. I actually got a strike on this channel, the other channel, because of that. And that's a monetized channel, so it's like a
Lauren
big
Woolridge
deal.
said that is why stick with Minecraft, frog face.
But you're gonna get like predators everywhere. I mean, I don't know if this one of my chatters is like one of those people that try to get into your systems and stuff. But this guy wants to send me photos. He wants me to follow links and stuff like that. And as a rule, because I'm basically like with the public all the time, there's no way I can put myself in a situation like that where I'm downloading links and downloading stuff from people's personal Google drives and all that nonsense. I mean, why will I put myself in a situation like that? I mean, even as a person that is like chatting on a stream and stuff, I'll never ask a person to do something like that, because I know, like, I mean, like, really, is that person really going to take the risk? You know? I mean, chat, conversate, playing games together. I mean, that's risk free. I mean, like, actually downloading stuff onto your system. I mean, people do weird stuff, you know? That's absolutely stupid to do. And the beauty of it all is, it won't be like to get information, it'll just be to spoil your day. And I mean, that is absolutely psychotic. I mean, what would a person get out of that? And I was playing on a Middle East. Actually, I am on a Middle East server. But yeah, I like got a whole lot of people that were actually on my channel at one point. And the one person was talking about hacking. And I was playing with other players on that day, and he said no, he couldn't play because he got hacked. And then he was.
Woolridge said I like frog face.
Yeah, if you look at this at the stream, isn't that one of the characters also on? No, but he's a lizard. But yeah, anyway, I was telling you that this person was talking about hacking, and he couldn't play Fortnite. Like, he basically lost his account because he was hacking. And I mean, why did he get out of it? Because YouTube will ban you. Epic will sue you. Like, Epic will literally sue you. Look at that guy. They couldn't play Fortnite for, what was it, 6 years? Because he made a hack video. And I mean, I suppose to a certain degree, if you do that with a single player game, it's different. But the minute you're going to affect other people, and well, I assume even with single player games, like the original rights holder will go into will kind of like, I suppose you'll get complications because you'll probably want to sell your mods. And that wouldn't be allowed under the original license holder. We're lucky that they even allow us to stream. But then their games will die if we don't stream. If there's no streaming like conversation around the game, you know, it will not survive. Because where would the fun be in it? Won't be any fun at all. Streamers actually keep games alive, even single player games. I wonder if I should take this. Should take it. I don't have ammo yet. Hey, did I lose you today? Where's everybody at, man? Hello? Oh.
Lauren Woolridge said personally, I know what it feels like to be hacked because I got hacked on Roblox.
What did they take from you? I suppose games like Roblox, also Fortnite Save the World, is also a risk. Because there you don't necessarily have to get like hacked in order for you to lose stuff. In Save the World, you can basically, people can trick you into dropping your weapon and then it's gone. And then it's even like worse for if you're streaming, because you get people that come onto your stream and try and trick you out of your weapon. You can basically get them banned for that if you can prove. But that's if somebody's listening. That's if you can even get in touch with someone at Epic that will actually assist you in your story. But I mean, like, people should be protected against things like that, because that is not how you need to be communicating with people in an environment that you're allowed to communicate with people. Then you should actually be like removed, you know, because you're causing malice, and malice shouldn't be allowed. But that's the same thing. Like, that's basically predatory behavior. Because, I mean, look at it this way, you can say like things to little kids and get away with it. And not get away with it, sorry.
Lauren Woolridge
But you can take all their Roblox.
said your text-to-speech is always delayed.
Yeah, no, it actually, the stream is delayed by I think it's about 4 seconds. But at least with the text to speech, you get to see when I hear what you're saying. So if it was like just like typed on, then, you know, the conversation will be a little bit out of sync, like completely out of sync, because then you won't hear when I actually respond to your message. And if there's like a couple of people on, then that even becomes more confusing. So yeah, it just makes you see like the reality of like a stream, especially in different countries, because there's more of a delay in other countries. But strangely enough, less on Twitch. Like, I do enjoy streaming on YouTube. The discoverability is more, you get more, you're able to, you know, reach more people on it. But the setup on Twitch is actually much better. But yeah, to actually find people to talk to, yeah, that's a bit of an issue. And then you get places like Facebook that hinder your growth, want you to bring people over onto their platform, but they don't allow you to create a hype on
Lauren
the
Woolridge
platform.
said that is true.
Like, Facebook wants you to fork out like a heck of a lot of money if you in order for you to like get exposure. But they want you to bring people over onto their platform before they allow you to stream. That's like extremely counterintuitive. And you know what they do? What they're actually doing is they're actually promoting scammers and stuff by doing that. Because you get people that will tell you, come on to my channel, whatever, pay me this, and I'll get you a whole lot of exposure. That's nonsense. What they'll do is they'll just take your money and they'll disappear. Open a new account. Then you get people giving testimonials. Those are the scammers. Wow. Yeah, Gabe. Our conversation started with the world being crazy.
Lauren Woolridge said, I don't know why more people watch your stream since you have 1.11k subscribers.
Well, I used to do shorts like on this channel. That's why it's not one channel. That's why I don't do streaming, and I don't do long form and shorts on the same channel because the audience is different. So I did a mixture of long form and short form on the other channel. And now I'm seeing like what the difference is if I do long form, short form, and all that on this channel. But I did also have a problem because I was buffering a lot on this channel. So the buffering completely stopped at the beginning of last week when I realized what to do to prevent from buffering. So we'll have to see. We'll see how the viewership, improves over the next couple of weeks. But yes, if you're not willing to fork out like an arm and a leg, then yeah, it's an issue. Like to grow really quickly, you need to like run competitions. You got to do a whole lot of advertising. I mean, for example, look at Bushcamp Dad. Evidently, he's got a background in online marketing, from what he said. So he knows what he's doing. And he was really running up his wife's credit card when he started. And look at him today. Like, I mean, I watched him when he first became like kind of popular, and now he's really popular. So everything costs.
Lauren Woolridge said, do you have a second channel, and if so, what is the name of the channel?
Like if you go onto this channel's main page, it's at the bottom. It's Argentleos Gaming Channel. This one is shorts with Argentleo. Then I had a Fortnite channel, but I've reduced the footprints on all of them. So I've actually unlisted a lot of those videos. I still have like the popular ones. I'm actually still busy with those channels, restructuring those channels. So I'm reducing the footprint, and like that's also an ongoing experiment. Then I've got an education channel that I'm planning on sharing my experiences with YouTube in general. So that's ongoing. Because I don't plan on playing, like doing live streams all the time if it doesn't, if it doesn't work out. I still will play games, but I won't concentrate on live streams only. But we'll see how it goes, because when you live stream, You need to be able to communicate with people all the time. And I was
Lauren
buffering.
Woolridge said okay BRB.
Alright, see you in a bit. Man. Out of sync. So okay, we'll wait for a new game to start. If we got onto the shorts list today. Not so far, but okay, it basically will only like maybe after an hour we might hear more on the show. But okay, so far I don't see any buffering. That's good. And we almost hit an hour. Okay. And looks like Gabe is gone. But yeah, streaming actually complicated. And then also hypes are complicated. Like I've learned over like being in the public eye, it's like when it comes to my brain's today, but when it comes to like fans, like if you like something in the hype.
Said okay, I'm back.
Oh yeah, I was actually just talking about like more about the whole streaming thing. Like public perception, also like a weird thing. I mean, if you look at that whole chicken, do you know about the chicken jockey thing? And the movie that had to be removed from theaters because people were breaking things and disrupting audience members. So that is known as mass hysteria. And kids were getting so excited when that scene came up. and they were like arguing and fights were breaking
Lauren
out in the movies, in theaters.
Said yeah, I hated it.
But like that is called mass hysteria, and I suppose if you like a certain age, you're susceptible to that. You know, the overexcitement. And yeah, that's all about that's part of like being a fan and craze phenomena and all that nonsense. So that's part of streaming as well.
Lauren Woolridge said the Minecraft movie didn't deserve the hype.
It didn't, but like Jack Black is like, he's a good comedian. But remember, chicken jockey can mean a number of things, you know? And people, and it wasn't in that context as well. I don't think he wanted it in that context. It was just something that he thought was funny and was taken out of context. And yeah, people got really excited to be the first to say it, but only in a certain age group. And if you look at that age group, would be between 13 or 12, 13, 14. You know, when kids are starting to explore relationships and girls and stuff, but still shy. So yeah, interesting. Understandable, like from an adult's point of view, how that can be taken out of context. Not for the young mind. But still, unfortunate situation. I mean, Jack Black is a comedian, not a psychologist or a psychiatrist, or I wouldn't even think that that would be taken out of context the way it was. But yeah, that happened. This guy's gonna run away. Shoot him underneath wall or my top wall. You'll have to break the rock to make the structure fall. Hello, Kane. Are you still there? Of course.
Lauren Woolridge said in Minecraft there is this thing called music discs and there is a chicken jockey music disc.
Yeah, but like in the game context, it's just funny that like a zombie will like a tiny zombie would ride a chicken, you know, would use a chicken as a means of transportation. But I don't know. I'm really not. I haven't really played Minecraft. Minecraft is a bit confusing for me because I never know what to do in it. Although I'd love to like stream it, but if I understood it, you know, and I really don't. But what I do understand is that the movie is actually based on like a newer version of Minecraft. That's actually set in a world that actually has a start and an ending. Like a mission playthrough, if you would call it that. So I guess I could play that version. Have you played it? Like the Piglet Adventure. I think it's Piglet Adventure or Dungeon thing or something like that. I think I should play that one.
Lauren Woolridge said yes.
So I think that's the one I should actually play then, as like an introduction to Minecraft. I think I would understand that one. Do you agree? Of all of them, I think that would be the most like streamable and conversatable one. I think that might work well with the channel. Why don't they have a hammer yet? How do I get you? Yeah, I drove the car.
Lauren Woolridge said I will be typing less to help you concentrate.
No, it's fine. You can talk. I don't know why, but I don't really get confused with, like, if I have to read the thing, yeah, but with text to speech, not. That's why I actually prefer text to speech, because sometimes I read upside down as well. It's fine, you can talk, I'll answer you. I actually don't mind being interrupted while I'm playing games. I think the only thing that's really distracting is if two people are arguing for no reason.
Lauren Woolridge said, what do you off stream?
Oh, when I'm working. Well, for now I'm on break. But I think for the next year or so I'll be streaming, and then next year I suppose I'll have to look at something else, but for now I'm just on break from everything. Like, I want to permanently do something online. I haven't really decided what yet. But I'd like to have a gaming channel, but yeah, the likelihood of those actually succeeding, unlikely. I will branch into YouTube education eventually, but I do at least want at least 10,000 subscribers or up before I do that. For now, I can tell you what doesn't work. I'd like to be I don't want to be that guy. I want to be the one that helps you. Not the one that tells you don't do this. You know, I couldn't actually switch weapons there. My pickaxe wouldn't. Okay, there we go. Couldn't draw the pickaxe.
Lauren Woolridge said most streams nowadays are to something that something, I don't know.
Yeah, I know it's. Well, if you think about it, like streaming and gaming, I don't think you get people that are really much interested in it anymore as much as they used to be. Or it's more for like a kid's audience, because adults don't take streaming seriously. And I'm basically like streaming now just for like conversation and, well, to get better at the games that I'm playing on both channels. Because I'm not like making series of the games. I'm playing them and I'm chatting while I'm playing, and I'm trying to get better at the game, so that in future, if it does develop into a series where people watch the entire playthrough, that it will be good. But the main thing is like conversating, you know, talking to people that have got the time to talk. Because that's basically what the platforms are all about. Social media has always been about people communicating on a channel, like-minded people. But of late, it seems like it's just an advertising place to advertise. You know that YouTube was originally a dating service? So people used to post their videos of themselves and hope to find people that they could date. Man, you know, if someone else had a shotgun and did that, then I would have actually lost that fight. But okay. Go back up there. I want to see what gun. Okay, I didn't have. That's why I prefer using an SMG. Let's try it with an SMG. Nowadays are 2 something and something.
Lauren Woolridge said yeah, but weird to hear to heard even knowing that.
Yeah, it is, eh? And what it's become. like second to Google. But people are too trusting, eh? Because none of the information on these social media platforms are proven, you know? Or registered, like in education thing, whatever. Someone would put a recipe on, you try it, if you liked it, you'd use it, you know? People doing dangerous stuff. Okay, that's at least regulated a little bit. But look at shows like Jackass. You know, that stuff is dangerous. People could get hurt trying to do that. And what about that performer that used to swallow nails and blades and things like that? And someone swallowed a, what do you call it? It is a nail, but it's a very small nail that you use, like a tiny nail, like the guy normally swallowed swords in a circus act, and then he swallowed a nail, and he thought nothing of it, nothing would happen, and that guy died. So yeah, you know, a lot of the things we see, if you were to try it out, because maybe I didn't want to stream. You know, maybe I wanted to become a circus performer, and I'd see that, and then I'd you know, try swallow those things and try and get views. Oh, and there was that guy that passed away on Kick. He was getting beat up on stream.
Lauren Woolridge said, "Did you know what ding dong ditch is?"
No, I don't. Not that I can think of. But I can assume how it could possibly be taken out of context. Nope, not that one. We're gonna go with these two weapons.
Lauren Woolridge said, "Well, some kids were doing it and they got shot and killed."
Oh, you mean that when they run around and knock on the doors? If they were doing it in like a neighborhood where there's lots of crime, lots of burglaries and things like that, then I could see how that could be extremely risky for kids to be doing. So they were probably playing that game like late at night.
Lauren Woolridge said, "Yeah."
Because that could be risky now in my neighborhood as well. And I don't want to be that guy, but honestly, could that not have just been an excuse so the others didn't get into trouble? If it was like in a neighborhood where there's a lot of burglaries? Because for the others not to get into trouble, or for that person that was defending his property or whatever, You know, they could easily say they were just playing Ding Dong Ditch. But there would always be somebody that knows the truth. And eventually that truth will end up coming out by the future actions of the others. Like I've had an experience. You still there, Gabe?
Lauren Woolridge said hi.
Hey Gabe, like I was saying regarding that incident with what happened with those kids that were playing, were knocking on the doors. Like I had an experience where like I lost my mom like last year, and from time to time I used to go over to my sister's, you know, just to have company and stuff like that. And there were lots of times when I stayed in the house and I didn't go out. Like I'd go out maybe to buy bread or something like that. And would you believe it? Somebody that acted like my friend, you know, tried to actually break into my house thinking I wasn't at home. And I mean, you're supposed to be my friend. My mom just passed away. And now you're trying to break into my house. What kind of a mental person would do, you know, a thing like that? That's like beyond not being decent. Now that's something that you just don't do. And I slammed the hammer and that didn't happen.
Lauren Woolridge said, I'm sorry to hear, bro, seriously.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you call yourself someone's friend and then you try and break into their house while you know that person is mourning what happened, you know? What the hell kind of person does that? I was like upset, like really, like crazily upset, you know? And I decided, you know, I just not talk to that person because, I mean, like in a state like that, I mean, you could do anything, you know? So, in time, I calmed down, but there's no way in heaven's hell that I would ever associate myself with that person again for as long as I live. You know, there's some things you just can't forgive and you just can't forget. Because, I mean, if I think about it, it brings back like such terrible, you know, memories that a person wants to forget. But now you see this person every time, not wants to forget, but I mean, you want to deal with it. But now you see this person every time and they just bring back, they trigger that memory and then they just bring back all that other stuff that you were going through. Like, wow. Well, anyway, that's the world we're living in. Utterly, like, wow. So Gabe, what time does your day usually start? Because I know it's like really early there where you are. Like right now it's about 3 o'clock where you are. No. 7. Oh, it's about 5 there now. Oh, there's Emma.
Lauren Woolridge said my day starts at 2 o'clock or 2:30.
Oh, people got crazy skills these days. This guy is back. Oh, wow. Can you believe that he actually beat me by being an inch away from a headshot? Wow. GG's, man. So it's not about that I was going to, like, I was aiming to shoot him, but it just moved his head somewhere else. So yeah, I've not been playing, like, I was away, like, from playing for a month, and you don't experience, like, all these different scenarios, but that's something that I will remember. And use it myself. But yeah, how I got into the streaming was like in the evenings. I used to check on my mom and stuff because she wasn't well, and I used to like get up in the early hours of the morning, and then I started streaming. Like I started actually making videos and doing editing during that time because I wasn't sleeping anyway. And yeah, eventually it, like, I got a few like decent videos. Like I managed to get the subscriber count on the other channel up to 4,000, but it wasn't enough, like, to make the channel, like, you know, really popular. It basically wasn't fun. Like streaming is fun because you're playing the game and you're talking to people at the same time, but making videos, people talk about burnout and stuff like that, is not fun because you're not playing the game for enjoyment. You're playing it like to get to a point where you can get something that's interesting for people to watch, and then you spend hours making the video. Like now that you know about the other channel, I reached Unreal, and I did that basically to make a video. And that video is awesome. That's one of my best videos that I've ever made. But doing it wasn't fun. Like it wasn't a fun experience. That was actually the worst experience I've ever had in Fortnite because of the grind it took to actually reach Unreal. And then I spent like a week refining that video and making that video. And it wasn't fun. So streaming, playing, even if I'm playing a game like Fall Guys, and I'm talking to people while I'm doing it. That's fun. Where'd the fish go? In the rock. I think we'll go with those. Okay, get her.
Lauren Woolridge said, "This is why I like watching you, because you like talking about stuff with me, frog face."
Well, my main intention is basically to speak to people while I'm playing games. So that's actually what I want. I'm not trying to be the best at a game, you know. But it's something to do while you're having a conversation with somebody. It's just the way the world has actually become, like, it's become like so risky, like to get really personal, you know? But is what it is. Like, I think really cool streams, like news, but I wouldn't want to get into politics.
Lauren Woolridge said, "Do you like playing player-created Fortnite maps?"
I basically do enjoy playing Fortnite, the epic maps. Like with the player-created maps, I don't know, because I really haven't like done that a lot. I don't enjoy playing 1v1s because people get weird in 1v1s. Because I think Tifu started it, and Ninja back in the day, where they psych themselves out by putting other people down. Did you watch that video when what's that guy's name? I tell you now. It was Speed. When Speed 1v1 for the first time. Have you seen that video of his? Oh dear. No building material. Well, Speed 1v1 somebody, and there's a video about it. He 1v1 this person for the first time.
Lauren Woolridge said, "Oh yes, a funny classic."
Yes, but I mean, like, Speed is usually an aggressive person. Did you see the nonsense that that guy was telling Speed? I mean, if you go onto your idol's stream, you can be telling the person all that nonsense. And in most cases, if I see how Speed behaves now and how when he started streaming, he was like totally like, who let the dogs out, you know? And now he's become a little bit more approachable, if I can say that.
Said you should play the Red versus Blue by T5G.
I'll try it out. Isn't this the guy that Cypher and all the big creators were having this spat about? Because he was bringing his lawyers into the names of... He wanted to copyright his Fortnite creations. I think it was. They made a huge thing about it.
Lauren Woolridge said, "Wait, not T5G, the typical gamer."
Oh, okay. Typical game. So then, you know something? That means that his map is actually a knockoff, a copy. Cypher made one. So typical gamers got one. Red vs Blue. I think Nick A30's got one as well. So they were challenging this other guy because he wanted to copyright the Red versus Blue. He never got it right, but because Epic can just shut him down. Because at the end of the day, I suppose anything you make on Epic, they can basically just take it over. And I suppose the other guys understand
Lauren
this.
Woolridge said typical started T, so they are copying him.
Yeah, but there's another guy that wanted to wanted to copyright it, so no one else could use it. But no, but I think a bot would have ran up to me. I think I was just confusing that guy. He didn't look up. It was weird. I guess if you look at all the streamers, I think I found that Typical Gamer was the most genuine from the beginning. Like from the time he started streaming, he hasn't really done anything that I would say that you could actually, like, you know, say that he was a bad person at some point. Well, him and Courage. Although I do question Courage's gifts. Especially when he goes onto his phone and all of a sudden he gets a gift. I don't know, that's just my observation. What do you make of it, man? Oh wow, that was a classic elimination. That's a new player. That's somebody that doesn't know how the polls work. Okay. How many red versus blue maps do you think there are? I was thinking of making my training map public because I update that one a lot. Because I use it, I actively use it all the time. And I think I did have I did have a public map at some point. I should check it because, like, before I took my month's break, I used to go into it like sometimes, and I used to find people playing in it. And you know, there was a time when I went into that map and I always saw someone in it. GG's, man. Power of the SMG.
Lauren Woolridge said hundreds if not thousands of maps.
So that's the danger of social media. Like, anytime someone sees something that works, then they steal it. Because like, I've actually also reduced my my footprint to avoid like being seen as a spammer. Because that's also dangerous. Like having too much stuff on the internet nowadays has become like a problem as well. Your views will be limited. You get less hits on Google because there's just so many people trying to copy someone else. I saw someone. Oh wow. How does he reload the thing so quickly? It's not showing me. I want to see how you reload the thing so quickly. But yeah, interesting because this is obviously not a bot now. But the movement is very, very choppy. So when I was using exponential, like you get a lot more speed, but you get this sort of movement. And the weapons reload quicker. Everything is just better. But it hurt my eyes when I was using it. Yeah, interesting. Maybe I should also make a red versus blue map. But that would take like hours. I guess if it's like something as like simple, then it could be copied. I think more the name than the actual game itself. If you make it complicated. And then the testing, because you're gonna test it like via trial and error. Now just play the games and stream. And I suppose I'll make a version of my warm-up map. Because it's pretty simple. What it is basically just like a couple of chests with the latest weapons in it. And because I use it, I update the weapons regularly. So it'll always have like the season's weapons that are active. If I see something that's in the game, then I would add it to my training map. And I've got an epic code. I don't think anyone has ever used it. Forget, man. And tough boat. GG's. Player 291. Oh dear. And I should have actually taken that shield. Take it quickly. There's a bot on the rampage. Prefer these things. Better. What is he doing? It doesn't know what to do.
Lauren Woolridge said cheese curds.
What about cheese curds? This guy's gonna kill me. Yep. What about cheese curds? Lon, game?
Lauren Woolridge said poutine.
What is the time, man? Okay, only been playing for 2 hours, and you actually need to have breakfast. Have you tried making those mug cakes? Like I was actually searching there today, and then I got the recipe. Vanilla extract, almond extract, all-purpose flour, baking powder, chocolate powder, yada 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 yada. So then I searched like, how can you convert ready mix, cake mix, into like making a cup, a microwave mug cake, and then you just use like 4 tablespoons of ready mix. You add 4 teaspoons of milk or 3 teaspoons of milk and 1 teaspoon of oil, and you microwave for 90 seconds, a minute and a half, and you got a cupcake.
Lauren Woolridge said yes, but almost blew up the whole world.
No, but okay, you didn't hear my recipe yet. Why don't you just do what I'm gonna do? I'm going to buy the ready mix. I'm going to make I'm gonna make the cupcake, the mug cake with ready mix. Which actually works out more cost effective if you look at the different ingredients that you might have to use. Man, didn't give me one more shot at that guy. The other guy never found him. He was hiding in the corner. Because when I saw both feet, I thought the one guy was on the top floor and the other guy was inside. Meanwhile, they were standing next to one another. The one just didn't see the other one. Well, cooking is basically trial and error because I don't think I'm going to actually make something edible the first 2 times that I try and make it.
Lauren Woolridge said I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed.
Well, you learn by trial and error. So even if you look at any job, even if I reference streaming, for example, you're going to get the hang of it eventually because you're going to be doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. So eventually you become a pro at doing it. So it's not impossible to learn to do anything, basically. Because in anything you do, you're not going to use all the skills in the world. You're basically just going to become like really good at what you need to do in that environment. Within reason, of course. GG's, man. That's a button. I think after this I'll go and have some breakfast. I was even like researching like using like a bread toaster to make not like the upright toaster, but like a snackwedge machine to make things like waffles, because I think making a waffle in a snackwedge machine should be possible. I think I should take that as well. Okay. I think it should work fine because it does toast like a little bit unevenly because of the lines that they normally have, patterns that they normally have. Oh, actually, you could actually make it in a griller as well. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay, I just hit like a lot of server issues. And just for interest's sake, let's see what the ping is. Take an E. Because I actually didn't check it today. Okay, Brazil is a little bit lower again. Like this is my issue with Middle East. Like I get the lowest ping with Middle East, but I get the best gameplay on Brazil. I think I should get less hit markers now. And okay, it's a little bit laggy, but I suppose it's because I switched onto the server mid-game. Okay, now we can get this guy. Okay, let's test it out. I was gonna make this my last game, but I want to test out the server interaction. So this guy's on a good server, you can see from the movement. Now it's a bit laggy. Oh, 3 play. Hey chat, we are live, so do feel free to say hi. Let's see if we actually got onto the short shelf today. Not 11 viewers, so we actually didn't get onto the short shelf today. Oh yeah, interesting. So Gabe, I will be like streaming on the other channel in a little bit. I'm going to play like one more game on this channel, and then I'll switch to the other one. Because I actually also want to stream on Twitch like late afternoon. And today I actually want to do like an hour or two on each channel. And depending on the time, probably do an hour on. Okay, so I'm going to end the video now, and then if you want to join me on their channel, then you can just like on the main page of this channel, just go all the way down, scroll all the way down, and then you'll see a link to the other channel. I should be on there in about half an hour. So nice to hear from you, Gabe, and thanks for joining me. I'll see you maybe on the other channel a bit later. Take care.